In series of our basic courses, we will continue the basic course of immunology. And today is our first lecture of our next chapter, that is major histocompatibility complex, that is also called MHC. So first we will see at the end of this lecture what you be able to learn. So first is how MHC was discovered, why it was named as MHC, what are the immunological bases of transplantation rejection. Next we will see what are human leukocyte antigens or HLA, or at the end we will discuss what are the class 1, class 2 and class 3 MHC molecules. Before starting to the next lectures, first let's recall our previous lectures, what we have learned from that lecture. So in the last lecture, we have tried to develop an understanding of antigens. Antigens induce immune response in human bodies to guard human tissue from invading pathogens. These antigens may be protein, polysaccharide, nucleic acids, or lipid in nature, and might be complete or incomplete antigens. There is another important type of antigens known as self-antigens. So first we will see what are self-antigens. They are also known as autoantigens, and these are antigens which are present on your own body cells, found on the membranes of almost all type of cells, including human and vertebrates. And these are known as major histocompatibility antigens, and they are glycoprotein in nature. So you can see here at the surface of this molecules, we can see here there are 6 molecules on the upside and there are 6 molecules on the downside. So we will discuss. And if you look at another things here, so of course you can see here these trees are different and these 3 are different. A similar case in the lower one. So why they are different and what are these actually, we are going to learn in our next lectures. So first we will go what led to the discovery of major histocompatibility genes. So scientists found that tissue transplanted from the donor to the recipient mice, that is called inbred mouse strain, that has been maintained by successive brother to sister mating over more than 20 generations are accepted. As you can see in the first case, when the skin from an inbred mouse, we also define what is meant by the inbred mouse. Inbred mouse we defined here, it means the strains that have been maintained by successive brother to sister mating over more than 20 generations. So when the skin from inbred mouse grafted onto the same strain of the mouse, that was accepted. But when the skin from inbred mouse grafted onto the different strain of mouse, that was rejected. So the question was raised, why the tissue from one individual of a species were rejected when introduced into the member of same species. So the answer of this question was given by American scientist George Snells, and that led to the discovery of major histocompatibility antigens. And this discovery, this discovery, they awarded the Nobel Prize and Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine in 1980, the discovery and characterization of immune response genes. And the first, as you can see here, they discussed the immune response genes, immune HLA gene, and mouse MHC genes. And that was actually led to the reason for the rejection of tissues from the different species. And he said that if the animals are not closely related, the recipient tissue will demonstrate a response to reject the grafted tissue. And then these scientists given that rejection was because the tissue of the donor and recipient tissue were incompatible. So which forces were combined, donor and recipient tissue incompatibility? Or in other words, we can say that why the donor and recipient tissue become incompatible. Yeah, what are the reasons behind that? So if we go for that one, a cluster of closely related genes were discovered to be responsible for donor and recipients incompatibility. And this cluster of genes named as a major histocompatibility complex that we are calling as a MHC. And then this major histocompatibility complex encoded proteins are known as major histocompatibility antigens. So here we will also learn what does mean by the term MHA, what we call them major histocompatibility antigens. So as though what we are seeing here, the cluster of genes, and when those cluster of genes undergo the translation and transcriptions and translations, they give us a certain proteins which act as antigens, and because they are the result of that complex, so that clusters, and that's why they are given the name as major histocompatibility antigen. So that we know understand when this major histocompatibility complex genes undergo the process of transcription and translation, what they giving us? They are giving us a antigens which are known as a major histocompatibility antigens. So in the next one we will discuss why it was named as a major histocompatibility complex. So the name was given based on the fact that a gene in this region encodes proteins that determine whether the tissue transplanted between individual will be accepted or rejected. So let's look on this word histocompatibility. If we divide this word, that is comprises the word histo, that means we know that the tissues. Other words, there is a compatibility, that means getting along or agreeable. And other words, a complex, a large genetic region containing multiple loci. And the first word is a major. So why are we using a word major? To distinguish them from some minor histocompatibility genes. So actually there is also some minor genes and some major histocompatibility genes. So just to distinguish them, they use the word major. So if we look for these words, so now we are able to define how we will define the MHC. And if you simply how we can define a tightly linked cluster of gene whose product that what we are calling as MHA, that stands for major histocompatibility antigens, play an important role in an intracellular recognition and in discrimination between self and non-self. So of course we are in the next slides, we will talk about what does mean by the self and non-self. So next is if we talk about the MSc. So far what we have learned that why we are calling, who discovered the MSc, and why we are calling as a MSc or major histocompatibility cluster. So here we will discuss what is the location of MSc in human and mouse genome. So if you look for the human, MSc is found on chromosome number 6 and referred to as HLA, that is called human leukocyte antigen complex. And in mice, MSc is found on chromosome number 17 and that referred as H2 complex. And the reason is just to distinguish from the human and from the mice, we given the name in case of the mouse as a H2 complex. So next we will see what is the arrangement of MHC and HLA genes in humans. So if you look for these structures, firstly we will see what are the classes of MHC. So in human, MHC is categorized into 3 classes. As you can see here, one we are calling as a class 1, there is a class 2, and third one is a class 3. And if you look for here, one thing we have mentioned already here, okay, these MHC in humans are located on chromosome number 6. And if you know that the chromosome has 2 arms, one is a long arm and other is a short arm. So where actually the MHC genes are residing. So if you look for here, they are residing on the short arm of chromosome number 6. And next you will see how they are arranged. If you look at the structures here, you can see that the class 1 is toward the telomere region. It means on this side, we just elaborated here. Okay, they are near about here toward the telomere part, while the class 2 is toward the centromere part. And you can see here, class 1 have 3 different regions. They are known as A1, A, B and C. While class 2 have another region that is called D region, and that D region has a different loci. That's why we are calling them DP, DQ and DR. While class 3 is located between the class 1 and class 2. And as you can see here. So let's slightly see the more features of class 1. So if you look for the class 1, we already mentioned they're located in HLA ABC region. And if you goes for, they encoded the glycoproteins are expressed on all nucleated cells. So it means the important point what we have to memorize here, class 1 MSC cells are located in the, where they are expressed, where they are found in nucleated cells. So it means if we talk about, they are not present in the non-nucleated cells. And if we look similar feature for the class 2, so located in which region? We already mentioned in the D region with different loci. That's why we given the name as DP, DQ, and DR. And these encode the encoded glycoproteins are expressed on antigen presenting cells, what we call them APC, which we are going to talk in detail in our next lectures. And then the cytokines, these are encode for the cytokines, it means for the kind of secreted proteins. So if we first we go for next one, how what we have learned how many classes of MSC and where they are located and how they are arranged. This is so far we have learned. So next we'll see how MSC causes the rejection of transplanted graft. So if you look for here in this figure, MSC products play an important role in discriminating self and non-self. We will try to elaborate here what does mean by the self and what does mean by the non-self. And then every individual has a unique MHA that has labeled in the body cells that is called self marker. And that if we have a same kind of MHAs, we are calling as a self marker. And then if you look for these animations, identifying cells and other we are calling as a identifying the non-cells. A self marker MHCs label the body cells as a friend and are tolerated by the immune system. If the tissue is coming from the same individual, then our body recognize as a what we call as a self marker, is a self genes, and they are considered as a friend, and then that tissues was actually accepted. But if it's the other kind of the picture, when it is coming from the other individual, what happened then? These are act as a non-self, and this non-selves also act like antigens, and the antigen that immune system recognize as a foreign or as a non-self. So what is mean the non-self? It means the foreign particle that is not a part of the individual. That is called the non-self. And if is recognized as a part of that individual, that is a self. So if someone asks you what does mean by the term self and non-self, so self is a part of the same individual, and that actually the MHA is unique with that one, and that's why they accept it. And if they are not, like a foreign particle, they are not recognizing by the individual, and then they are known as a non-self and treated as an enemy, and that's why the tissue was rejected. And another point, important point for the MHAs is we can give the common example here. What we are MHAs, what does mean by the unique MHAs? It means we will take the example of similar like a fingerprinting. As every individual have its own unique fingerprinting, similarly every individual have a unique MHAs. So on the behalf of these, if they have a particular MHAs, then they accept only those tissues and other tissues were rejected. That's a very important point to remember. These self markers are recognized by immune system as a self. However, the MSC from other individuals are recognized as a non-self or act as a antigens. So next we will talk about how MSC antigen distinguish between the self versus non-self. How MSC know this is our part and this is not our part. So next let's try to learn that. So here the graft rejection in vivo is mediated by infiltrating the T lymphocyte. And the in vitro correlate of graft rejection is mixed lymphocyte reaction. So let's try to learn the answer of this question by taking an example. Let's suppose here we have a responder cell from an MHCA mouse that we are calling as a donor mouse. And let's suppose we have another mouse that what we are calling as stimulus cells from an MHCA mouse. And when from the donor they are passed to the another recipient, that's what we are calling as a recipient. So this is a donor mouse and this is the recipient mouse. And what happened? Then if you will see this one, the T cells do not respond. And if the T cells don't respond, it means the tissue was accepted. But if you took another example here, this is a donor mouse, and when these was and to another kind of strain of mouse, and then what happened? if you can see here, you will see the T cell response. And when the T cell respond, it means the tissue was rejected. So if you go the answer of these questions, okay, how MHC antigens distinguish self and non-self? By the response of T cells. If T cells give the response, it means the tissue is a foreign tissue, and that it means some kind of the antigens or foreign particle. And if T cell don't respond, it means that was accepted. So here we can simplify say that okay, MHC antigens are involved in the activation of T cells. But how T cells are activated or differentiated, this is another interesting story which we will discuss in our next few lectures. So MHC induce the differentiation and maturation of T cells to form a functional T cells progeny and present antigens to initiate the immune response with a phenomenon known as a MHC restriction. So we are going to talk another lecture that detail of what does mean by the term MHC restriction. So if we talk about here, we will going to use two terms. One is an endogenous antigens is presented on the CD8 plus T cells by MHC class 1. So it means the MHC class 1, what they can do, they can act on endogenous antigens, and exogenous AG antigen is presented to the CD plus T cells by, who present that one? By the MHC class 2 molecules. It means MHC class 2 molecule presenting the presenting which kind of the antigen? Exogenous antigens. And if we talk about MHC class 1, what kind of the antigen is presenting the endogenous antigens? Of course, in detail, we are talking about in our next lecture. But if just for understand, we know that the endo from within the body, some metabolic reaction products or something which is taken inside the body, and exogenous some external particles, which might be the virus particles or some other particles. So this is all the story. Let's talk about the summary. So products known as the MHAs of the tightly linked cluster of genes, MHC, play an important role in intracellular recognition and in discrimination between self and non-self. And next, what another thing we have learned here, in human, MHC is categorized into three classes: class 1, class 2, and class 3. And these are the kind of MHC molecules. What we have also discussed, we discussed what the class, where the class 1 molecules are expressed. We mentioned that they are expressed on the nucleated cells, where the class 2 molecule is expressed, they express on the APC, and where the class 2, they are representing the cytokines. And if next one, what we have learned here, MHC induce differentiation and maturation of T cells to form a functional T cell, which are important player of immunity, and they also have a role in the tissue rejection. So that's all what we have learned from our this lecture.